মাঠের দৃশ্য দেখলেন। বিপিএল এর ফাইনাল নিশ্চিত করায় উৎসব চলছে এখন ফরচুন বরিশালের টিম হোটেলে। সেই উৎসবের খবর জানতে সরাসরি আমাদের সাথে যুক্ত হচ্ছেন ফরচুন বরিশালের কর্ণধার মিজানুর রহমান। আমরা তার সাথে সরাসরি কথা বলতে চাচ্ছি। জনাব মিজানুর রহমান, শুরুতেই আপনাকে অভিনন্দন। দল দ্বিতীয়বারের মতো বিপিএল এর ফাইনালে উঠেছে। আসলে এখন টিমের অবস্থাটা কি? টিম হোটেলে কেমন সেলিব্রেশন চলছে যদি একটু জানাতেন আমাদের।
ধন্যবাদ ডিবিসি এবং ডিবিসি সকল দর্শককে। আমরা আসলে কোনো সেলিব্রেশনের মধ্যে নেই, আমরা ডিসকাশন করছিলাম যে নেক্সট গেম আমাদের কি হবে, গেম প্ল্যান নিয়ে একটু লিটল বিট হোমওয়ার্ক করতে যাচ্ছিলাম। মিন টাইম আপনার যেহেতু আমাদের ইন্টারভিউ দিতে হবে, এই জন্য আমি এবং আমাদের ডেভ হোয়াইটমোর আমরা চলে এসেছি আপনার ইন্টারভিউ দেওয়ার জন্য নিচে। It's a good game, and we celebrate like by heart, by hugging, by salam like this.
আমরা দেখলাম সাকিব তামিম নিয়ে অনেক কথা হয়েছে। সাকিবকে নিয়ে আপনি ফাইনালে খেলেছেন, যদিও চ্যাম্পিয়ন হতে পারেনি। এবার তামিম আপনাকে ফাইনালে নিয়ে গিয়েছে। এখন তামিম কি পারবে, যে সাকিব যে কাজটা পারেননি আপনাকে চ্যাম্পিয়ন করাটা, সেটা পারবে কিনা? কতটুকু আত্মবিশ্বাস অ্যাজ এ ক্যাপ্টেন?
As a captain, he's very pretty much confident that we can win the game. Shakib also say like this, but cricket is a really different kind of ball game. So anything can be happen today. If we don't know on the toss, then the scenario might be different. So every day is not our day. So we have to think about like this.
আবার আপনাকে অভিনন্দন মিজানুর রহমান। আমরা একটু কথা বলতে চাচ্ছিলাম মিস্টার ডেভ হোয়াটমোরের সাথে। ওয়েল, মিস্টার ডেভ হোয়াটমোর, আইড লাইক টু ওয়েলকাম টু আওয়ার শো। At first, congratulations for this win. You are through to the final. There is a very sweet story between Mr. Dev Watmore and Bangladesh. Do you think this story could be much better, much sweeter, if Fortune Borishal can win the championship, and you can become the champion, right?
Well, that's right. I mean, that's the objective. Our objective all along was to win it. But when you reflect on what happened in the early part of the tournament, first 4 games, 1 win, and it didn't look all that good. But we knew that the talent that we had was a matter of getting momentum, changing your own way, in our way, and then to capitalise on that. So there were some significant changes in the midway through this tournament, and it's continued beautifully towards the last game coming up on Friday.
Mr. Dev Watmore, actually I got you here with us, so I want to ask you, right now Mahmudullah Riyad, Mushfiqur Rahim, Mehdi Hassan Miraj, lots of national team stars, they are playing in your supervision, and actually, can you remember your memories when you were head coach of Bangladesh national cricket team? Don't you think this team is much stronger than the previous teams?
1 মিনিটে নগদ ইসলামিক অ্যাকাউন্ট খুলতে ডায়াল করুন *167#.
So this team is stronger than the national team?
No. Actually, this national team, when Lidan Dash is playing and the other players are playing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look, obviously, the team has come a fair distance from 2007 when I left. The Bangladesh cricket limited overs team was doing pretty well, but since then Bangladesh has had some wonderful series victories, in that period of time. So definitely the boys have really developed beautifully, and there's a greater pool of good players from which to choose from as well. So I think the future's good. It needs to be managed as well as it can be, but certainly the news is good.
Can you tell us about the emerging players? There are a lot of young players as well as in Fortune Borishal also. So can you tell us, can you see the emerging players? They are playing really very good.
Well, the situation with our team in this edition, the 10th edition, has always been good ability to get runs. As I'm sure you will agree that we had a little bit of an area to clean up in terms of our bowling. So our batsmen are very experienced, as you know. We were getting sufficient runs. The odd occasion we didn't get enough. Okay. But generally speaking, we needed to improve our ability to restrict opposition to totals we can get and also get wickets. that that happened roughly halfway through the tournament, and it's continued really nicely. And we hope that one more game to go, that we will be able to give you the right result.
Well, I want to talk about the final. Kumilla Victorians in front of you. They're the current champion and also record champion. Do you think it's quite hard to beat them?
Obviously, they're a good team. I mean, they qualified to play in the final a couple of days ago. They've got some very good foreign players as well. So have we. We've beaten them once, and they've beaten us once. And we are peaking at the right time. So it'll be a good match. There's no doubt about that. But we, from our point of view, we'd like to do all the good things that we have been doing, continue to do that for one more game, and to be as totally relaxed as possible and just enjoy the experience, because these sort of games don't come along too often with players, and we need to make the most of it.
Well, Mr. Watmore, this is my last question. This is going to be my last question. Actually, there are a lot of fuss about the standard of BPL. A lot of talk about the standard of BPL. Do you think standard of BPL has been quite improved, or it's improving year by year?
Well, this is the 10th edition, so you have 10 years of this. You are always looking to improve. Nobody would argue with that. But what I've seen is that there are opportunities for the young players of this country to accelerate their development by playing alongside some very senior and good international players, as well as their homegrown senior Bangladesh players as well. That will always be the case. I've seen some really good players today. Was one example. A kid called Shamim.
Yes.
Hit a 50 and played
Yes.
some incredible shots today. And this is the sort of talent that exists, in Bangladesh. So I think the future is rosy, needs to be managed.
Well, Mr. Dave Watmore, thank you very much, and also Mr. Mijanur Rahman, and congratulations again, and best of luck for the final match. Thank you.